Sabr.
Recording.
And sabr means many things to each one of you. However, in Arabic, sabr supposed to mean patience. Okay, patience. Now, active patience is not the same as passive patience, and you probably know what I'm talking about. So if you're going through difficulties, any type of difficulties in your life, try to understand that the answer to any problem will be your mindset, and sabr is exactly what is going to help you to set yourself up for success. So the roots of Arabic letters sot, ba'i, and are, they means to bind, to tie, to shackle, to persevere, to refrain, to abstain, to renounce, but also it means forbearance, self-control, and steadfastness. The previous psychologists, the previous scholars of Islam, such as Ibn Qayyim, they said that there are actually 3 types of patience. So the way we attain self-restraint or perseverance could be presented in 3 layers. So there are 3 different sort of categories to it. So the first one is when we fulfill obligation, and we try to be righteous. So, those basic things, prayer, zakat, fasting, they are not easy. It's difficult to wake up for Fajr. It's difficult to maintain fasting in some areas of the globe, and for some other reasons, health reasons, or family commitments. So be patient with your ups and downs. Be patient with the process of you becoming closer to Allah. That is the first step. Another step is obtaining from prohibited acts, from haram acts, and this is that level when you sort of testing your sincerity, testing your ihsan. And some scholars, such as Ibn Qayyim, and I think Ibn Taymiyyah as well, they said it's difficult. It's more difficult actually to obtain from evil acts, from evil of your soul, and from evil of the whispers and temptations and there, than actually commit and stay religious with ibadah, with your acts of worship. So that's why sabr is very, but it's needed, because you want to remind yourself that you're just human. You're going to have those slips, and perfectionism is not actually a case. It's not actually attainable, but you shall need to try. Okay, and that will also prevent you from judging others, hopefully, inshallah. Now, the third level of patience is what you probably are already gathered, what you probably already practicing, inshallah, and that is during the times of hardship. And what Ibn Qayyim said is that we should go through those hard times in the times of hardships. We should be patient, and we should bear steadfastness, and we shouldn't complain. So there's no moaning, no pity parties for us, right? And inshallah, that should be accepted from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In fact, sabr appears in Quran 102 times. And another word which appears 102 times is what is hardship, al-shida. So that's a point of reflection, for all of you who know how to work with Quran, who know how to interpret Quran. That's the point when you can sit down with yourself and say, oh my God, there are signs there, because they are. Let's go to Surah Baqarah, for instance, verse 153. Or you who believe, seek help in patience and prayer. Truly God is with the patient ones. Right, so this is direct commandments from our Creator. This is how we can set our mind up for the success and for the ease of our mental, emotional, and sometimes even physical well-being. Yeah, Now, the danger here is that some of you might, and that's my worry, that some of you might not understand exactly what sabr means if you are going through abuse. Because sometimes we apply this sabr and we make our definition of sabr, meaning patience, accordingly to the quality of relationships that we're creating or we are existing in. Right? And sometimes we are being abused. Sometimes there are situations where our boundaries are passed. Sometimes there are situations where things shouldn't be the way they are for us, and we don't know how to put our foot down. We don't know how to assert ourselves. We don't know how to draw the boundaries. And this is, yes, indeed expected from us because he, Allah created us out of rahmah, out of love, and he wouldn't like for anyone to hurt you, especially when you are Muslim. So it is your job actually to maintain this respect attitude in relationship to yourself, but also to others, and invite others to respect you. So sabr is not bearing with disrespect. It's not bearing with bullying. It's not bearing with any type of abuse, physical, emotional. Not at all. But sabr in that moment means asserting yourself. It is active sabr. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And on physical level, you know, if you are suffering with any disease and sometimes it feels helpless, right? The sabr for you here is active, you know, active engagement in that process of healing, because whatever symptoms you're going through, whatever is it that you are actually affected with, they are from Allah. Sometimes you actually worked very hard to be in that position, meaning you've been neglecting yourself on spiritual level or physical level or emotional level, and there you are faced with your reality. So active patient in this situation when you need to heal yourself, is not giving it to somebody, please find me a magic pill kind of effect. It's actually patiently bearing the process of recovery, and that means going to the books, going to therapists, you know, sitting down with yourself and finding the ways of self-reformation. And that is not necessarily just physical, but also holistic. I hope that makes sense. If you like this video, you know, give it a thumb up. Sign to my YouTube channel as well, agsTherapy.com. That's my website. You can book free consultation with me, you know, when we can discuss it in details, so you can get clear understanding what it is that expected from you and what it is out there that can help you. Don't forget, I do psychotherapy and I do counseling as well. Okay, I see you very shortly next video.